Wow, I thought that would never end. So, continuing on our subject, we are talking about the king's dream, and we were just about to talk about how Jesus came to teach us how to be true brothers and sisters. Let's see how Jesus taught people on how to live like a family. Let's go! Guys, remember how sin is a really bad thing that happened in the Bible and how it separates us from God? Well, here's the thing. Sin not only separates us from God, it separates us from others too. Sin creates a big gap between us and the person next to us. Many times when people make mistakes against us and wrong us, we build a wall against that person to basically say, I don't want anything to do with that person anymore. I'm done with them. It's over. We cut all contact and future possibility of relationship with that person. Sin has ruined more relationships and friendships than anyone could ever count. Jesus came onto the earth to break all the walls that we built because of sin. NANI?! And to build up a church that has no walls, no separation, and no division. I'm pretty sure that you guys are familiar that Jesus had 12 disciples. But do you know about the guys he purposely picked to be his disciples? The guys that were to walk and stay with him all the time? No. Jesus chose a dude named Matthew, also called Levi, and he was a tax collector. A tax collector was a person who would collect unpaid taxes from other people for the Roman government. They would many times overcharge people and make false charges to gain more money from the people unfairly. The Roman government would many times pick someone from inside the people to collect the taxes of that people. So the Jews would see the tax collectors as traitors and hated them because they worked with the Roman Empire, their enemies. Jesus also picked another guy called Simon, the Zealot. The Zealots were a Jewish sect, a religious political movement that violently resisted the Roman Empire. They were known to camp out in the hill regions and strike Roman villages, killing and injuring many Roman people. They're pretty similar to your modern day terrorists. The Zealots didn't like a certain group of people called the tax collectors, because the tax collectors assisted the Romans on oppressing the Jewish people. And so the Zealots were really committed into killing and fighting against the tax collectors because they were traitors of their own people. Sweet holy Jesus! Did you guys get this picture? Jesus purposely picked a tax collector and a killer of tax collectors to be his disciples. Can you imagine the tension between these guys? What did you say, traitor? Everything about them makes them hate each other. So how on earth did Jesus manage this?
I hate you, Patrick.
I hate you more.
I hate you no matter what.
Yeah, well, I'd hate you even if I didn't hate you.
I'd hate you even if that made sense.
I'd hate you even if you were me. That's how much I hate you.
How did Jesus help these guys to get along? With the power of forgiveness and humbleness. There was no greater separation, hostility, or opposition between us and God. We wronged God. We did many things that offended him. He has every right to hate us, for him to not be our friends, and to stay forever separated from us. Yet, he came to forgive us. And now let me tell you a little bit what forgiveness is. Psychologists describe forgiveness as a conscious, deliberate decision to release feelings of resentment or vengeance toward a person or group who has harmed you, regardless of whether they actually deserve your forgiveness or not. When we forgive someone, we cancel all bad feelings that we have towards that person, and we move on in life. Great, wonderful blessings come into our life when we live in forgiveness. But great curses come if we don't forgive someone. For example, let's say that there was a girl named Molly and she trusted her best friend Katie with a very big secret. And this best friend of hers told the secret to another girl. Molly is obviously going to get very, very upset. And she has every right to be upset. Molly now has two choices that she can make. Either she chooses to forgive Katie or not. If she doesn't choose to forgive Katie, this is what's gonna happen to her.
Test your might.
She is going to always be angry with Katie. And she's probably gonna try to find a way to get revenge against Katie. Maybe she might do something even worse than what Katie did to her. And she might actually regret doing that for the rest of her life. Or if she can't get revenge, she will continue to be angry against Katie every day of her life. And she probably won't be able to trust anyone ever again. Friends, when we don't forgive others, it's like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. Because the bad feelings that we hold inside of us, it causes more harm to us than to anyone else. We need to learn to let go and forgive.
Let it go, can't hold it back anymore.
Guys, many times, the person that wronged us doesn't know that they did something wrong against us. Or they don't know how bad we felt because of what they did. We need to learn how to open up and talk with that person, or maybe even talk with someone else about how we feel. Because opening up about a problem to someone that can help is the first step into forgiveness. We need to open up to our pastors, to our parents, to people who are more mature than us and care for us, so that we can find a way to forgive and talk to that person. Because guys, we can't miss out on the freedom that forgiveness can bring us. You see, forgiveness destroys the walls of separation and builds bridges of new relationships. Forgiveness is like a second chance to start over. Forgiveness says, you know what? Let's forget everything that happened. I prefer more our friendship rather than my pride. And we'll talk about pride in the next part of this video. That's it for part number 2. And if you blink about 12 times, part number 3 will magically appear on your screen. And if it doesn't, just look up the video and click on it. You're gonna see it. But at least try to blink. I think it'll be fun.
Okay.